Yes, let's go now to London, where we're joined by our correspondent in the British capital, Jonathan Sacerdoti. Jonathan, good evening. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Good evening. Good to be with you.
Jonathan, I believe you asked for an official response from the City of London about this story. Can you tell us where do they stand on this?
Well, it's an interesting case because so far we're not entirely clear exactly how many of these posters there were, how long they were up for, and whether or not there's more than just the 2 or 3 shown in these particular photographs that circulated on social media. So as stunts go, this is a pretty successful one, with those pictures having been broadcast and shown around the world. Transport for London have taken it very seriously. They say that they got in touch with their contractor, Exterior Media, to remove those posters from any trains as they were not authorised advertisements to be there. However, they couldn't say how many people were searching for them and how long it would take them to remove them. British Transport Police have said that they are aware of this, but they didn't give much more information. And having contacted the Mayor of London, Boris Johnson's office, there was no statement forthcoming from there either. So this seems to have been something of a guerrilla advertising stunt, which has taken off enormously well across the world.
And Jonathan, what steps can the City of London take against this? Are there legal steps to be implemented if those responsible are in fact found?
Well, it's an interesting case because what it seems here is that if you happen to put up adverts on the tube over the legitimate adverts, just by taking them down and putting up new ones, you can apparently get away with it. The British Transport Police and TfL were unable to tell me that they would be searching CCTV footage to look for the particular people who did this and try to track them down using information from data at the ticket gates to identify who they were. Unless they do that, it seems that these particular people will have got away with their particular stunt. Because the adverts aren't connected to any specific organisation, there seems to be no recourse. But over the coming days, I suppose we'll see if anybody brings charges or sues any particular organisation or individuals for this act of what TfL have called vandalism.
And Jonathan, would you say, taking into consideration the number of posters that were spread across the London Tube underground network, was this an overreaction on the City of London's part to tackle this incident in this way, or an underreaction maybe?
It's hard to tell because we don't know exactly how many posters there were. TfL haven't been saying. The activists who put it on social media have said there were hundreds, but in fact there could be fewer than 10, and they just photographed them and possibly even took them down themselves after doing so. Who knows? In the meantime, it's hard to say whether this is an overreaction or an underreaction because it's obviously quite serious if one's able to place adverts for any particular cause for free on the tube and then get this much attention around the world. If anything, perhaps the overreaction has been on the part of the media, who, always keen to publish a story with a photograph, have seized upon this and helped spread the message of the particular activists who put it up in the first place.
Yes, and we're going to continue discussing the public reaction in the studio tonight. Jonathan Sacerdoti, thank you very much for joining us.